Hey Nadia, how you doing today?
I'm good, thanks, Daniel. How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. So look, it's great to meet you. How's the weather in your neck of the woods today?
Terrible. So foggy this morning. Yeah.
Yeah, same up here. Like it's probably a good day to be inside doing some research, eh?
Yeah, agreed. Agreed.
Cool. Look, thanks for making time today. I'm a student too, so I know how these kinds of things can be really tricky to fit in sometimes, and I really appreciate your contribution to all this.
No problems. Pleasure.
Cool. Okay, firstly, I'll just run through what we're going to do today. So the interview should take around about 6 minutes, and it's really just a relaxed conversation. There are no right or wrong answers, and everything you say will remain confidential.
Mhm.
You're also free to pause or skip questions at any time. And then after the interview, we'll finish with a quick debrief and any thoughts or questions you might have. How's that sound?
Okay, perfect.
Okay, great. Okay, so as you've seen in the explanatory statement, the topic we're looking at today is how do university students find benefit in engaging in physical activity? And also, just a quick reminder here that physical activity isn't just about exercise. It can also include other activities like going for a brisk walk, for example.
Okay, sure.
Cool. And so, is there any personal or cultural things you'd like me to be aware of to help you feel comfortable during the interview?
No, no, all good.
Okay, great. So I can see that you've signed the explanatory statement here, which is great. And just want to reconfirm that you consent to the interview being video recorded today.
Yes.
Okay, thanks, Nadia. Any other questions before I start the recording?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, cool. I'll start the recording now. Um, okay, great. So, welcome to the interview, Nadia. So, my first question, in a broad sense, can you tell me a bit about your history with physical activity and what it's like for you now as a university student?
Hmm. So history, I suppose, as a kid, I did a lot of things, never committed to anything. So I chopped and changed between different sporting activities and dance and that kind of thing. Now I'm much more into my physical activity and prioritize it, I suppose, a little bit more. I tend to go to the gym, weight training, that kind of thing. Yeah, is sort of what I do these days.
That's great. That sounds like, yeah, it sounds like a great little mix. So it sounds like you mentioned the gym there. Is that so? How often do you go in general?
Pretty much every day. Yeah, so I like it.
That's great. And so you mentioned weights there. Is that strength training?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, strength training, weights. Yeah.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit more about how that affects you?
I feel like because of you're doing something hard, right? And you're doing something that you might not be able to do, and then you can work towards achieving that goal. I feel like for me, that just helps to put me in that mindset of you can achieve something, you just have to work towards it. And then of course when you actually get to do it for the first time, that's always exciting.
Oh, that's cool. So you mentioned goal setting there. That sounds important. Are there other areas in your life where goal setting is important as well?
I feel like all areas, and I think particularly now working, studying, living, it's just setting those different goals, different timelines, and yeah, sort of a schedule around all of those. Um, I think it helps when you then look back and think, what did I actually achieve? We can measure it. So yeah,
That's great. Yeah, and that and sense of achievement sounds important too there. Can you tell me a bit more about that?
I just like to feel like I'm winning. So yeah, so if I know that I've achieved a goal, um, yeah, for me, I'm just like, yes. So yeah, I don't know. It's a positive thing, I suppose.
That's great. And then my second question is, can you tell me about any sort of social or relationship aspects connected to physical activity?
I think probably with the gym because I go to classes and I go usually at the same time, so other people go at the same time. You see them as well, so they're there to share your journey as you're failing and then finally achieving your goal. And same for them, you get to see them do it as well. And then my kids come with me to some of the sessions as well, so that's good to see them achieving their fitness goals too.
Oh, that's great. And so you mentioned like so a bit of a community support there, and your kids going down as well. That's fantastic. Can
Yeah,
you tell me a
yeah,
bit more about that?
yeah. So I think. There's something about the hit fitness industry and well that gym in particular, just the supportive environment that you're in, and it's just so positive as well to bring your kids into it and help them to build those healthy habits and build that community for themselves. So yeah, I love watching that.
That's great. Okay. And so I guess what role then does physical activity play more broadly in your life?
plays into all aspects, really. I think for one, my work is very sedentary. So physically, I notice that I've got, less back pain and that kind of thing. I feel stronger. Um, yeah, and then I think it's just that general wellness, those achieving goals, feeling positive, and then the social stuff as well. So I suppose it does, yeah, sort of play into every area for me.
Oh, that's fantastic. Um, that's really cool. And so, and I mean, with that in mind, are there any kinds of physical or mental barriers or challenges that make physical activity difficult at times?
I think the biggest one is with strength training, you are supposed to have rest days, and I typically don't, and I don't like to. I don't like to have a day off, so I tend to hurt myself, or I try and lift heavier than I'm ready to, and yeah, so that's probably my biggest challenge.
Okay. And so, how do you usually navigate those sort of challenges? I guess there's a bit of like, you know, recuperation after doing something like that. How do you kind of navigate those challenges?
Yeah, I've really got to be mindful that I don't push myself beyond, and just sort of push through because I've done that before and it doesn't end up too well. Just trying to make sure that the nutrition's going to support the goals that I'm doing. And if I'm going to insist on going, for example, if I've hurt my shoulders, I won't do any upper body. I'll focus on lower,
Yeah,
or just try and say, okay, you can have a day off. Calm down.
that's good. Yeah, so it's the pulling back part. That's interesting.
Yeah. Hmm.
All right, look, that's really great. So, I mean, we're coming to the end of the interview now. Is there anything about your experiences with physical activity that feels important to you that we haven't talked about yet?
No, I think we've sort of talked about it, but it is just the fact that it's not just physical, it is a bit of everything. And I feel like, particularly at uni, it does support that as well.
Yeah, fantastic. Okay, well, yeah, that's pretty much a wrap, I guess. So I'll stop the recording now. How'd you find that?
That was good. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, fantastic. Well, look, I really appreciate your time and openness today, Nadia. It was great. And just a reminder that your responses will remain anonymous, and they'll only be used for this project, and they'll be stored securely. The data will be stored securely. And if you'd like to withdraw from the project for any reason, just let me know. But that just needs to happen before next Friday. That's right.
Okay. Hmm.
Cool. Also, if anything discussed today brought up any discomfort or stress, please reach out to any of the support servers listed on the explanatory statement if needed.
I will. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Nadia. Oh,
Thanks.
well, I mean, have you got any other questions for me? Or
No, no, that
sorry.
was great. Thanks,
Okay,
Daniel.
thanks again. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Great. 750. Hey.
Yay.